All right, welcome everyone. This is a stream for designing some accent pieces that I'm going to 3D print. This is for the coffee table that I've been working on. I'm going to start with a sketch. I already have some measurements of the pieces I'm going to work on. So I'm going to start with a rough area of the length and height of the piece. So we'll go 27 and 70 millimeters. Reconstruction. Zoom in so you can see it better. This is my work area. Now I'm going to create a rectangle or a circle first. Do a center point. Too big. Let's do a center point rectangle circle. Come on. I'll make it 27. And I should be able to move this guy. Nope. Because he's constrained. And I need to create a point. See, that's funny. It's making a move. I don't know if I can move it from that point to this point. We'll see what happens. Yep. Cool. And I'll put another point in here. And copy paste, and then we'll go from point to point. That point to, oh, you know what? I need to draw another point there.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm streaming. Just designing a quick part. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was a shame. It selected everything. I didn't want that to happen. That's funny. So, do that again. Paste. From that point to this point. There we go. So now I can draw a rectangle. That I can trim this area, that area. All right, there we go. So now there's our solid. I want to try and get rid of this circle. So that's the area I'm going to extrude. I got my center points in here, so now I'm going to draw a smaller circle. Now this is an accent piece for the table that's going to cover some screw holes that's on the table. So let me bring up chat on here. Hey, Rover. Yeah. Hey, Martine. Yeah, thanks for joining. So this is for the coffee table. Just to do a quick recap. I'm making some really good progress on this. It needs to be done by next week, and I think I'm going to achieve that. This part is. Let me open up the drawing. All right, so these, and I didn't do these cuts here at the angle that I designed. They just come straight down. So to take your eye away from the fact that it's straight down, I'm adding some accent pieces. And the accent pieces are going to go here in this area and here in this area at the bottom. And then so that I place the accent pieces there properly, I'm going to design. Thanks for letting me know that. Thanks for letting me know that the stream is having a tough time. And it's not, no, it's not your end, Martine. All right, so right here I'm going to draw another circle. Just stop messing with that. And this will be, I want it to be 3 millimeter wide. You can say hi to everyone. You don't want to say hi to everyone? All right, and then we'll copy paste this puppy from that point to this point. I'm going to do the same thing with a rectangle. Here. And we can do this. Hit T key to trim. Trim this guy too. Hey, Mass Sensor. Yeah, so Mass Sensor and Rover joined me in my headshots videos where I try to get as many headshots as I can. Man, we had a tough match last night. It was just me and my wife were playing, and I wasn't streaming. And there was one guy that kept headshotting us, and he kept getting the beat on me. So I managed to get him towards the end, like 5 times. But he ended up with 44 sniper kills. So, yeah, Sensor, what I'm doing is designing an accent piece for this coffee table that I'm going to print. And it's going on the sides of these floating corners. So I have these floating corners that I created. You see there, they're floating off of the piece. And they're going to be placed here and down here. So now I want to extrude all of this up 7 millimeters. I want everything extruded upward 7 millimeters. And then turn my sketch back on. Kind of like that it turns the sketch off, but then sometimes I don't. And extrude it, and we'll go up 5 millimeters. Question is 2 millimeters enough thickness? So then, now I can put some ribs in and see what that's like. Oh, I'm in sketch mode? No, I'm not in sketch mode. Do anything? No, of course not. I wonder if I have to set my plane down there. See, profile, face. Yeah, let's see if I can do a rib. Nope. Not letting me do a rib. Oh well, I don't think I need to worry about it. Alright, so there's not much plastic in here. You know, you got a 3 millimeter wall. That's about 170 millimeters long. And then a surface area that's about 140 millimeters squared times 2, so 280 millimeters cubed. Not that much plastic here. And I gotta print 8 of these puppies. So, let's save this guy. It's gonna be coffee, table, accent, piece for floating corner. If you didn't know, I type about 60 to 100 words a minute. Depends on how much beer I had. Alright, so we 3D print this guy. Printer on. Here, get up some Octoprint. Oh, it's already right here. I need a slicer. Yeah, I'm going to use a slicer to duplicate it. That way I can lay it out on the bed. Let's see, so let's save this guy. And it'll go in here, and it's version 1. Pretty big piece. So 8 XX's 90. Alright, I need 8 of these guys. So here I can increase set number of copies to 7. Let's do a range, see if that does it. I need one more. So I figured the number of copies was look at how it arranged it. That's funny. So what's the best way for Yeah, where you at, Mass Sensor? So 3DP Iceland lives in, well, take a guess where Martine lives. So Martine and Rover join our Friday night 3D printer hangout. Um, Martine's usually a participant. So that's next Friday night. So you can find it out on Twitter. Rover, Martine, can you know what? I need to make a Martine. Need to make you a what do you call it? One of those dudes. Yeah, you're now a dude on my channel, Martine. So if you can post the Friday night 3D print, whatever YouTube channel thingy, the link, and then the Twitter, the Friday night 3D print hangout, and then if you can also post Earth. Yeah, so I meant that to be a thing. So let's look at here. So that's Earth, East Coast, rep, right? Same thing on the other side. So make sure you give them a follow. That's in Maryland. Yeah, thanks, Martine. Let's see. So that arrangement, is there like the optimal arrangement to keep the head from traveling, or does it really matter? It already has to travel the distance. Wonder if I can keep the distance shorter by like doing this. Is that optimal? Oh, you know what the other issue is that I hate? I gotta see what I want to slice this right now, and then I want to see if I can observe the travel pattern. Like it doesn't. The slicer, I would hope, would like automatically look at each one and design the best pattern for going from spot to spot. So it should go here to here to here and then back around, right? But it doesn't do that. I'll do this one, then jump over to the other one. It depends on what order of the copies that I set it to. And I want to see if it shows the tooling path, which I do not see. Oh, yeah, here we go. So tool, there, no, that's not showing the tooling path. Because it looks like it'll do like one part and then jump all the way over to this other part, depending on the order that I added them. So I might start over again just to see if I can force that. Let's delete all, add this again. Rotate on the x-axis, -90. So let's now increase copy, right? And I'll move this one. Increase copy. And we'll see if this is the way it's going to do it. So let's drag these. Okay. Now I want to see if the head is going to travel. Yeah, better. All right, and then while this is printing, I'm going to work on the other thing. So let me change my template in OBS. Let's add. This is video capture device and existing. That's going to be the 920. Go. Oh, you know what? No, it's not the 920 because it's not connected. So let's remove. Where did I get that from? That is from. Like Octoprint display. So can I copy? And then I can go here and paste. There we go. And then I can drag this guy. Where? Doesn't matter. These aren't perfectly aligned, but that shouldn't matter so much. Let's slice. Let's see, let me do I need infill percentage? I don't think so because I'm only 2 millimeters, right? There will be a little bit. 20% is probably fine. Export. Hey, bub. All right, then, what am I doing? Octoprint. I gotta warm it up. Hey, I'm streaming. You're on speakerphone. Go. Let me take you on speakerphone. What's up, brother? Yeah, what's up, brother? So this is everyone. This is Matt, who we game with. So good. I'm listening. Enchiladas. Sherry's making a roast. Yeah, well, I think we can get her to put that away, maybe, or I don't know if it's a roast or a pork. Maybe we can add that to your enchiladas. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I'm done streaming. But I'm going to say it's going to be 99% that we're going to be there. All right. All right, later. Matt is making enchiladas. So, Matt grew up in California, West Covina. And so, and he's Mexican Italian, so he gets the best of both worlds, lasagna and enchiladas. All right, I'm ready to load this puppy. So they invited us over for dinner this evening, which is cool. Wait, what? Do I have to update my latest version? Do I have to update to the latest version of Slicer to do that? No, that would be crazy. So I could send. Wait, Martine, let me see if I understand this. You're saying I can connect Slicer directly to Octoprint. Do you have a video on how to do that? Because that would be wonderful. All right, so E-Drive, projects, 3D printing. .5 megabytes. That's quite a bit. It's going to take a while to print. But it ain't going to take no 2 days, I can tell you that. Because that was a horrendous long print. Let's see here. You know what? I don't know. Should I risk it with that filament? I think I'm going to unload this filament. put in this other spool that has more on it. Okay, now if you don't know, when you go to load the filament, you always want to clip off the end with a pair of diagonal cutters or scissors so that you can load it into the extruder. Because otherwise got all this hair from the pulling the filament through. I'll put that in. Okay, yeah, that's cool. This is much better. You can see the tooling goes exactly the way I copied it. So, oh my god, I got this. When you pull the filament out, you can't see it on camera. There's no way you can see it on camera. But you pull the filament out from the extruder and it creates this fine little mess. It's thinner than hair. I'm sure that everybody on here is 3D printed has experienced that, but I've had it get sucked up into the fan. I don't know how much crap I got in that fan. I do have to clean that out. So anyway, the tooling here, you can see it follows the path in which I created the copies in Slicer. Because I noticed in past prints that it was jumping all over the place, so this should make it a little bit more efficient. It's going to be 4 hours, and we're going to go to Hobby Lobby later. And I'm going to get some cyanoacrylate glue and some accelerator because I got to glue these pieces onto the table, and it's always good to have super glue. All right, let's print this puppy. All right, and then one other thing, Martine. Yeah, Rover, you'll get your printer. You keep entering those giveaways. So Rover didn't win Happy Extruders giveaway last night, but neither did I. So we all entered to support Ron. So let's see. Then in Slicer, go to printer, setup, select your Prusa profile you use. Go to general, and under there, Octoprint upload. That's awesome. All right. I do have to update my firmware for the MK2S. I got to update to the latest. Oh, and Martine, post your... You made a video on your enclosure, right? The enclosure, or was it just photos that you created? I forget. But post your video of in chat of your enclosure, or the tweets or Instagram of your enclosure. That was really cool using the IKEA. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So post the link to the video in here. So Martine created an enclosure for his printer, but it's really cool. He's got like a lot of swag inside the cabinet and some lighting, and he's got things that you 3D printed the track, right, for the wiring and everything. So wait, what? Connect. Why did it lose connection? Of course it fits. Yeah, awesome. So now I was talking to I worked at Siemens, right, in their R&D. I have a background in electrical engineering, and so we know that electronics exposed to heat over time decreases their lifespan. So Dave David Randolph with Printed Solid, we go to these Printed Solid meetups, and he was saying that electronics, you can half their lifespan for every 10 degrees of Celsius that you increase in temperature beyond what it's rated at. So the concern then is what happens with um, the Prusa electronics, because the way the Prusa is designed, the electronics are not separated. It's actually part of the printer, the way it's designed. So do you only need to keep the doors closed when you're doing ABS? Otherwise, can you leave the doors open or the door open so the electronics aren't exposed to increased heat when you're doing like PLA? Yeah, thanks for posting that picture in the video. Alright, so, and if you don't subscribe or follow Martine, make sure you hit him with a subscribe. Alright, we're good there. So now the next piece I gotta do, I took a picture of the measurement. I think it was 63 millimeters. Alright, so that picture there, let's see, get to rotate. The picture there is the corner, the floating corner that I built, right? And that's the distance of the corner. So I just need to design a corner piece as an accent piece. So we'll do a new part. This one's saved, right? We'll do a new design. And create a sketch. And we will go 63. I think that's what that picture said. Yep, 63 millimeters. And we'll go by... So I just wanted to cover the corner, right? 3 by 8. But then it has to extend beyond by 2 millimeters. So that's our area. And then I need to create another thingy here that's 2 millimeters. Right, and so I'm going to extrude up these two. Now, let me extrude up this one 10 first. Alright, so it'll go 10. Let me go back to chat. Just look at the photo up. So when you're doing ABS, then you don't. Oh, okay, you say that now. On top of the back of the enclosure, I have an outlet fan, so hot air goes out there. If I print ABS, turn down the fans. Ah, see, yeah, that's really badass. Yep, that's cool. All right, so then let's extrude this guy up to. All right, so now that's our corner piece, right? Should I do anything fancy with it? All this is doing is going on that top corner. Oh yeah, yeah, that would suck. I did buy a bunch of chemicals the other day when I was at the um, home store. Well, Lowe's. I don't know if you're familiar with Lowe's in Iceland. It's like you're probably familiar with Home Depot. But anyway, um, I don't know what's your equivalent like home improvement store where you can get lumber and windows and insulation and screws. Uh, anyway, we were. I don't even know what I was saying. So, is this going to be boring or should I do something cool? I don't know. There's not a lot I can do because it's going to be printed flat on one side. So I might just leave it like this. You know, I could make it go at an angle though. Let's see if we can do that. Let's grab this face. Right, move the face. We got faceless selector. We're going to rotate at this point, and we'll go down just a little bit. Too much. How much was it? That's 5, so let's go -1 degree, right? 1, not tick. Let's go -2 degrees. That's cool. Alright, and then we'll do the same thing here. Grab this face. And we'll rotate, select the axes there. And we'll rotate -2 or 2 degrees in this orientation. And if I measure both of these points, yep, 7.8, and it should be 7.8 also. Not letting me measure that. Oh, hold on. Edge. 7.8. So if you didn't know, when you want to click on something, you can left click and hold, and it will bring up choices where you can select whatever is behind it. So if I'm looking at it this way, and I want to select the face down here, but I can't see it, I can click and hold, left click and hold. I can do face, and then because I didn't see it all the way. So let's see if that changes it. Face and face. Now if I rotate around, see that let me select that face. So I can repeat the same thing down there, click and hold, and I can select this face, or I can select the other face, the one I was just doing it from. See how that's me. So that's a little tip in Fusion 360 if you didn't know. I learned that watching the Autodesk video on how to do some cool things. All right, so I'm going to print 8 of these as well. So let's save this guy. This is coffee table, floating corner, accent, 4 corner. And then to 3D print this, we do 3D print. And select the part, make sure that I'm not sending the 3D print utility. And then I'll save it here, and this will be corner, and it's going to be corner. A lot of words. All right, then we can go to Slicer and get this laid out. And we'll do our copies. I need 8. And these are just little pieces that cover, so it should be about 63, yep. They're just going to cover the little corner, so you don't see the corner. That's all it is. And that should be a real quick print. So slice, and then export, slice again, because I didn't even see the slice pop up. I guess it was easy. Alright, so that's it for designing those pieces. Then the last thing I want to design is for the edge, almost like edge banding that you would have on when you do like a countertop and you get edge banding, or you do a desk and you're doing it out of MDF, you know, you do edge banding. I'm not going to cut a slot or anything to install the edge banding. I'm just going to have it lay over top of the edge. So let's go back. Fusion, we'll do a new design. Create a sketch. And we're 20 inches tall by 19. So let's do 19 millimeters. 19.4 millimeters. And then we have this will be 20 inches. Right, and we'll make that construction. So this is the edge of the, well, let me show you. So again, these aren't angled anymore, they're straight down, but this is the edge of this piece that's exposed here on the side. So I just laid out the profile for the thickness. And then I'll have to do this construction. So this gives us our distance. I want it to overlap a little bit. Go 2 millimeters to overlap. So 19, 21.4. So that's how much it's going to overlap on the face. Alright, so let me draw another rectangle. To there. Now the problem is this is bigger than the bed of my printer. So this is going to have to be broken up into 3 pieces or so. Because you got 508 and I can print 250 maximum. Can do it at an angle and probably fit maybe 300 in there. And depending upon how I do it, I might be able to fit multiple in there. So we'll see what it looks like slicing this in half. So I'll extrude this part. Extrude him 4 millimeters. Go back to my sketch. And extrude this guy. Two millimeters. So now this is the edge banding. But then I want to do some cutouts here in this. Let me turn off sketches. No, I want sketch on. I want to turn the body off. And now in this sketch, I want to do a pattern. Let's see. So let me draw. I want it to be something cool. So maybe we'll go at an angle. Just sketch. Maybe it doesn't have to be linear. Maybe it can be... No, let's just try lines first. Just thinking out loud. So now can we repeat this pattern throughout everything? Rectangular pattern. And we'll go this way, right? For this entire distance. And let's increase this. And I want it so that I'll be able to slice this in the middle without going through one of these slots. Now let me measure this. How big is it? It's 2 millimeters, okay? And then if I were to slice this in the middle, alright, so let's see what happens. We want to extrude that. Just do it this way. Yeah, great. I gotta select each one individually. So this is going to cut into the part all the way through. Alright, then we can extrude downward. Wrong way. That way. And there we go. That'll be printed flat on the bed. I think it's going to be cool. This is going to be... So I need 4 of these printed. 4? No, 8. 8 of these printed. But they're not all going to fit on the bed. So let's see what happens when I bring it into the bed. This is... Coffee table, accent, piece, for edge. Corner. I'll save that part. Alright, then in here, you want to delete all, add, wait, what? There we go. This piece is going to be way too big. Okay. So if I slice in half, I'm going to have to split it in thirds. Split. No, cut. Only lets me cut on the z-axis. Huh. Alright, so then let me rotate the part. Z-axis 90. Good. Alright, now let me slice this. Cut, I mean. So 200, so let's do, we're 500, right? So 3 into 500. 100. We'll do 180. And 70 maybe. Oh, you know what? But the thing is that I want to see if I'm going through. See, I don't want to do that, so I want to drop it down a little. Hold on. So can we bump it up a little bit? 61. Okay. I can only do it with the slider. Oh. Wait, I can do that? Or rotate this part 45. Let me see. Let me go back to here. Maybe I can cut it here. Go back to sketch. And we'll do edit. And this is 508. Right, so we want to split this in half. A third. Three. And where's that take me? It takes me to a spot I don't want to be at, so I don't want to move there. What was that, 169? So we'll change that to 1. Let me see, let me just draw it on top of this now. Okay. Yeah, so I just need to pick my parts, my places where I want to cut it. So I'm okay with cutting it. Let's do construction. Probably cut it right here, right? And then our next one, draw another rectangle here. 3. Gives us the general idea where we want to cut it. Somewhere around here. Alright, and we can go back to, wait, I want to, now that I know these points, are these going to translate into the body though? Okay, they're still there. Yep, the lines are still there. Alright. So now it's really cool how it's like getting all freaky on me. I want to know the distance from there to there. We'll do it this way. From here to here. 340.714. Alright, so we'll do an offset. Okay, that's good. So we got that plane, and we can do this next one. That's what you're talking about, right? And then I can draw an object in there, and then use that as a splitting object. Repeat offset plane all the way down to there. Up there. There. Bring it down just a tad. Ah. Alright. So there's our planes. Okay, let's see. So, is it here or create split body? Body to split. splitting tool. Alright, so let's just do that. So that's split that guy. Let's repeat. Right click, choose repeat. Body of split, splitting tool. Yeah, that way I didn't have to draw anything. So now they should be separate bodies, right? Awesome. And then, what do I do? I need to know which piece is what. I'm going to draw some text in here. Let's see, we'll do a projection by hitting P. And do a little text. This will be 1. Okay, so we'll do that there. And then we'll see. Extrude. We want to go down negative 0.5. Alright, so now we know that that's 1. And we can I copy paste? Copy, paste. And now if I change this, does it change the original? Nope. Good. And let me repeat this. So stop sketch. And five. Anyway, I know it's piece 2. And then we'll do the same thing, edit this sketch. Copy paste, bring him over here into area 3. Hit the enter key to accept it, double click to change it. And this is on the inside of the band, so you won't see it. And stop the sketch to extrude. Alright, this is badass. So, not tooting my own horn, just saying that the whole tool and everything is badass. So we can save V2, and now we can export the 3D print. And we'll do body 1. Where's it doing the whole thing? Let's turn off sketch. And this is number 3. Cover table, accent piece, edge, banding 3, V2. Copy that name. Now we can show this body. 2. I don't know if there's an easier way to do this. One. We can go in our slicer. We can delete this guy. Cancel, delete. Wow. It didn't like whatever I just did there. And so do all 3. Rotate 90. There's not a lot I can print. This takes up a lot of room. See if I can get. I won't be able to even get 4 on here, I don't think. It's. Ooh, I did not want to do it. Use it the way Fusion 360 does it. So let's increase copies. I wonder if I should just do. I think I'll just do all of the one. So this is 2 corners, but I gotta do 8. I mean, this is 2 edges, but I gotta do 8 of these. Let's see. See how we do. And this piece. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So let's delete. Come on. I do want to do with just one though. Like I did before. Crap, I didn't want to do that. No, yeah, I did. I'm just going to do 1 because I want to make sure it works, right? I don't want to print 8 of 1 and find out that I'm screwed. So let's rotate this guy 90. Because I could be off by something. I don't know what, but there's a possibility that it may not work. But then I can definitely combine this with the other one, right? So let's bring him back in. Because by the time we go to dinner to Mad's house, I can start this print And hopefully it'll be done. Because I know that these corners are going to work that I did. So corner accent. Right, I can combine these. I'm pretty confident that this is going to work. And that's not a lot of plastic that is going on. Yeah, thanks, Martine. We should actually do it. The next video I do, we should actually do a Hangouts. I got to figure out how to do it, and that'll be good practice for when I host a Friday night 3D printer hangout. That way we can ring out all the bugs of getting Hangouts working. Maybe we can have Matt join in too, just to kind of walk through all the things with setting up Hangouts to host. Because you hosted, right? You hosted with Hangouts, right? So is that optimal configuration? Probably slice. Saw a little blip there. So we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so all that's correct. And this is corner accent, which I'll replace that. Right. So we'll just overwrite this guy. Yeah, I have to. Was it like a blog or was it an actual video? I heard it was. And is it something where you're not even using OBS? You tie in Hangouts directly into YouTube instead? So you're not streaming from OBS, you're technically streaming from Hangouts into YouTube's. Hangouts becomes the YouTube stream. A video, yeah. That'll be easy with that. Yeah, I'll have to ask Matt. Right, okay. Yeah, so OBS is not part of the picture. Yeah, because if you're using OBS, then you're transmitting the video of the browser view of Hangouts, and then everybody sees the private key to join, I think. Yeah, Hangouts is a source. Cool. So this is good. I'm really happy with this. I think this is going to be neat because I wanted to have a project where I could combine 3D printing elements with woodworking. Now, technically, it's not woodworking. This is MDF. You know, it's not really wood that I'm doing. I would like to do some inlays, 3D printed inlays into wood at another point. So, let's see, and then I have to get to Hobby Lobby, get some glue. So I think we're good. This will take 4 hours of print. This one will probably take, I guess, let's see what the size is. So we go in here and we look at the size. What was it? G-code? No. Yeah, it'll probably only take 2 hours, maybe 3 hours most. So that means I can get that printed by the time we go away to Matt's, which isn't far, it's just a couple miles from my house. Then by the time we get done there, we come back, I can start up the next print overnight for the rest of them if it works. I think we're good. So I'm going to end the stream. Thanks, Martine, for hanging out, and everyone else. We're over Mass Sensor. If you learned anything, let me know. You think, you're already chiming in on ideas on how to do it. And if you know of any improvements or whatever that I can do, tweet to me, whatever. And make sure you hit a like on this video. It helps. If you didn't know, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. It counts as engagement. So when somebody leaves a comment on the video, I even think the live chat counts as engagement, but it's counted separately. But it helps bump it up. And then I've been noticing, like, my stats for the last 2 days. I've had 14,000 views on my videos, which is pretty good. It's doing pretty well. I think I'm probably a week away, based on the current rate. I'll be at 3,000 subscribers. So thank you everyone for subscribing, following on Twitter, and engaging. We try to do this together to help each other and have fun at the same time. So thanks. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll check with Richard also. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and thanks for wishes and everything, and good luck with your topographical prints. That's such a neat idea. Alright, gonna end the stream. Thank you. Peace.